Peace. So this is just a quick look at my lunch. On top of this, I also have a pitcher full of fresh watermelon papaya juice. Get my fruit sugars, you know what I'm saying, that I need so much. So I'm gonna just eat some lunch, come back with a little more dialogue, talking about this plant-based lifestyle. Peace. Oh, this is a taco vegetable wrap type of thing. What you see is some homemade whole wheat tortillas. The bottom layer is a potato mash with some tomatoes, garlic, onions, seasonings. Also have a lentil stew on top of that, and some sauteed uh, local green vegetables on top of that, and then a little drizzle of hot sauce on top of that. So it's like a taco vegetable wrap type of thing. Probably like 600 calories. I've been trying to kind of count my calories lately, just to have good healthy awareness of where my calories are coming from in terms of fruits, raw foods, and then also like micronutrients, macronutrients, all of that. Been trying to, get a good idea of exactly what am I doing with all this. So, and I've been feeling like I'm learning a lot just within the past month, really. So, anyways, I'll be back after lunch. Peace. So this right here, this is not Kool-Aid. This is just a pitcher full of watermelon papaya juice, all natural, fresh, local. So I'm probably gonna drink all of this. It's gonna take me a few hours though. So this image right here is a look at some of my nutrition supplements that I use on a daily basis. What we got in the back is a big jar of moringa. Then from left to right, some cayenne pepper, black seed oil, ginger root and cinnamon, which I like to mix together to make a nice tea, and then also turmeric powder. So these are some nutrition supplements that I've come to really use on a consistent basis. Um, so yeah, this is how I pay attention to my micronutrients. Where one of the ways, make sure I'm getting these supplements in. And while I'm here, since this video is talking about raw foodisms and the importance of raw foods, I wanted to mention something that a lot of us, when we first begin to learn about raw foods, one of the things we learn is how when you cook food, the food is actually losing its enzymes. And what they say is you're cooking the life out of the food. And that's actually very misleading, or somewhat misleading at least, because what ends up happening when you cook food is you you heat the food above 118 degrees, okay, and now you've killed the digestive enzymes in the food. So now your body is forced to digest the food on its own with your own internal enzyme storage. So it's misleading to be out here thinking that all cooked food is toxic because you don't have any digestive enzymes. That's not true. Our bodies have our own storage of digestive enzymes, and we need to replenish ourselves, our own digestive enzymes, by consistently eating enough raw foods. So that, to me, that's the full truth. When you eat cooked food, as long as you have an internal storage of digestive enzymes, you're going to be able to process and assimilate the majority of the nutrition of the cooked food that you're consuming. So just a little insight as to the raw foods. I'm still definitely personally very much a raw foods enthusiast, but I have noticed that there's a lot of misinformation and misleading information being presented as far as cooked food is toxic and raw foods is the only healthy food. It's not the full story. So just a little bit more insight I wanted to add on to this video, since this is a video about raw foods and cooked foods and which one is better. And so something I wanted to add on. Peace. So I ate a little lunch. Actually only ate one of those wraps. I'll probably have another one later. Probably eat some more fruit today. That juice, I still got some juice. I still got half a watermelon, probably some cucumbers. And my nutrition supplements and everything. Keep it nutritarian style on my holistic, vegan, whole foods, plant-based lifestyle. that I'm loving right now. So I just wanted to add on a little bit um, to this vlog that I made earlier today. Um, I'm just in the mood to talk a little more about this. And what I want to talk about is this idea that I had mentioned in a previous video, that really fruit and raw foods are kind of the only healing foods or healthy foods that we can eat. And these other foods, like you just saw on my plate, was very heavy and starchy. Even though it's, a lot of people don't imagine plant-based vegan foods are heavy and starchy. That was a heavy plate. I could only eat one of those wraps, anyways. Mashed potatoes, lentils. So, um, so the idea is that if fruits are the only healing or healthy foods, then why would anyone eat anything but fruit? And it's a good question. And for me, like I was saying in just the last video, it's possible I could see myself transitioning into 100% raw vegan or fruitarian style way of life. But right now, the problem is that it's very consuming. It consumes your everything because it's such an alternative lifestyle. You you know what I mean? I'm no one in my immediate area lives like that. And it's such an extreme alternative lifestyle that it becomes something you have to obsess over in order to get it done. During the times when I go on my cleanses or detoxes, or I'm just feeling like I want raw foods only, it's like it takes that extra effort to make sure I have enough day after day after day to get all my nutrition and calories from all these fruits. So it's something I may possibly do in the future, like, but for right now, it's like I don't mind doing almost 50-50. Like I was saying earlier in the video, that I've been tracking my calories. So what I've noticed is that I've developed a system, actually, or a schedule that will allow me to basically get 70% of my calories coming from raw fruit foods and fruits, and the other 30% of my calories is coming from cooked foods. So I'm basically keeping it fruit based, or they say anything more than 50% is like fruit based. So that's where I'm at. And as far as, it's an interesting idea, because once if you do get into some of the literature I shared in the previous video, the mucusless book and the miracle detox source book, and you start to understand how vital the raw fruits and vegetables are, really the fruits, but then also the leafy greens and the herbs, certain herbs and other and vegetables, how vital they are for healing the body. And these other foods, they have some nutritional benefit, but there's also the accumulation of waste that comes from all these starches and cooked foods that we like. Not just the meats, you know what I mean? A lot of people would think it's just the meats, but or the car. I guess, yeah, there's some negative ideas about the carbohydrates, the starches, pasta and stuff. It makes you fat, blah blah blah. But beyond that, it's a good source of fuel. But beyond the fuel is like there's this undigestible waste material from these starches. And so the idea is like, why not just eat only fruits? You know what I mean? I don't know. But I do think, but what I think is, and what I'm trying to develop is just a lifestyle or a system within myself that allows me to do enough cleansing that, you know what I mean? It's okay for the starches that I consume. And perhaps one day I will be 100% raw foodist, fruitarian, mucus free. You know what I mean? Right now I'm keeping it, like, as they say, mucus lean. Um, and it could possibly be a transition, or this could be my permanent lifestyle. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not really too worried about trying to live forever here on the planet. So the idea of permanently regenerating my body with raw foods, and it's like it's an admirable desire that I see a lot of people are promoting and interested in. But as far as like, is that something I need in my life? I feel really good. I feel healthy. You know what I mean? Um, the starch does give me great energy. I do feel more, well, I can't say more, but it's easier to get the fuel, the energy, the calories. You know what I mean? That's what I've noticed. It's hard for me. I can't sit down and eat 5 bananas at a time, or three bananas and a couple mangoes or whatever. Like I can't get those high calorie fruits the way I can just eat a simple bowl of lentils or potato soup or something. You know what I mean? And get three or 400 or 500 calories in one sitting with the starch. It's a lot easier. And then I've noticed, especially within the past few weeks since breaking the water fast. If you haven't seen my water fast video, a few weeks ago I did a water fast. Since that time, I've noticed like my sensitivity to the foods, and I've noticed how when I do so-called load up on my carbohydrates with a starch the day before, then the next day I wake up, I have a different type of energy than the raw foods energy. It's like it's there. You can get the buzz of the raw foods, but you need a lot more. That's what I've noticed, for me. So just some thoughts that I wanted to share. I wanted to add on. I felt like continuing this holistic vegan vlog with some more ideas about raw foodisms. And I'll be back for more videos in the future. So stay tuned, like, comment, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Peace.